smiling at me. You have pretty teeth. Oh, warning.
Hello, it is I, Estrella, and today we're playing Lift Your Spirits. Honestly, this is a little threatening looking. And I'm not saying that because the shadowy figure kind of reminds me of my friend Creep. Say hello to Box Creep. Okay, sorry. The fact that there's no sound concerns me. Whatever, let's get to it. I heard clicking. I hear clicking. Alone on Friday night, and I'm spending it here. Oof. My fingers were sluggish as they type out the last bit of conclusions needed to finish off my paper. I didn't even bother spell checking the rest, my hand dragging the cursor across to close the document. Alright, time to submit it. I typed out my regards to Mr. Holtman? Names? Kindly find the attached file of assignments, your student.
Hello, I am Reap.
Stifling a yawn, I turned my phone to check the time. 2:53 a.m. Wow, your sleep schedule is not that good. The universal experience of losing sleep and gaining eye bags as a college student came to grace me in its hold once again, it seems. At least it's the weekend. Well, that's good. Turning off the computer, it suddenly hit me how quiet it was without my fingers typing away on the keyboard. Everyone else has left. The campus was open 24/7, but who else was dumb enough to push their luck to submit their assignment this late? And you'd be surprised. I considered myself lucky Mr. Holtman gave me the extension deadline, otherwise I'd be screwed. Still, there were also the rumors. Disembodied voices echoing through the empty rooms. Heavy footsteps shuffling down the halls. Those who were lucky claimed to see a black silhouette sulking around the vending machines at the end of the corridor, staring at them. I wasn't the superstitious type, but I had to admit, the eerie silence of being the only person here gave me the creeps. I was recalling all the gossip spreading around the student body when a sound made me perk up. Sounded like the door was opening. I glanced behind me over the monitor to see if someone had come in. ... Nobody. I ignored the goosebumps raising on my arms as I gathered up my items into my bag. Superstitious or not, I've done what I came here for. Time to go. I stumbled to the elevator and tapped the button. It rumbled to life, slowly making its way up to my floor. Just a couple more minutes and I'm out of here, I assured myself. I don't know why, but I find myself constantly checking behind me as if expecting someone there. Yet it's always empty every time I look. I tapped the button once more. ... The hairs at the back of my neck stood, as if I was being watched. Oh my. Is that footsteps I hear? I clenched my fist, ignoring how sweaty they felt in my pockets. ... Is there someone behind me? Ding! I jumped. Get in that elevator. The door slid open as I released the breath I didn't realize I was holding. I didn't even consider looking back as I stepped inside, refusing to turn around until the doors closed. You'd be surprised with the number of times I'm an idiot who forgets to breathe. I need to actually work on that. It's the same with blinking, I'm done with both things. The chipper background music they played calmed me down, somewhat. I don't hear no music, where's the music? Bruh, there's the music, what the heck, why was the volume so low? Okay, now, finally, it's no longer silent in the background. I'm almost in disbelief they were still playing it at this hour. Almost. I pressed the button for the ground floor. The elevator moved with a small jolt. With nothing to do but wait, I stared at the numbers slowly descending. It's still at 10, what you mean? The lull of the elevator was starting to make me sleepy. I thought of the things I could do once I get home, just to distract myself from the rest of the ride. A shower for sure. Microwave dinner. Hey, I was thinking! ? I blinked up at the flickering lights.
Oh my.
The elevator shuddered and came to an abrupt halt. The music cut out. I tried the buttons for the ground floor, then the rest. Unresponsive. Pressing the intercom button gave nothing but static. Hello? No, this can't be happening. Taking a moment to compose myself, I call out. Is anyone out there? I'm stuck in here. Help! I started slamming on the door as panic to hold. There had to be someone out there. Help, please! I'm in here! I couldn't stop for a good minute, getting more and more desperate as tears welled up in my eyes. Why? Why now? Why me? I knocked my forehead against the door in a slump, ready to curl up and cry. It sounds like me accurate. This sucks. I was about to turn before I felt a chill run up my spine. The air felt heavy. Is this claustrophobia setting in? I luckily don't have that, but I guess the character me does. I didn't think I had a fear of closed spaces, unless... Oh! What was that? There was a raspy moan. That was a moan. It sounded like a groan, more like anything. From behind me, I turned my head and screamed. I wanna scream and shout! Anyways, across me was a growing blanch of darkness, an oozing mass that seemed to melt through the wall. I scrambled away, my back flat against the door.
Oh, an arm's coming out. That's no good.
A hand merges from the The music just dropped and that scared me. Okay. A hand emerges from the withering form, grasping at the edge. Foul-smelling black core dripped from its fingers. I can't pronounce words.
Oh, there's another one.
Another arm followed suit, clinging to the other side. I couldn't look away.
And there's eyes now.
I couldn't find my voice to scream.
It's getting closer.
The face took shape.
And it's smiling at me. You have pretty teeth. Ooh.
A pair of hollow eyes and a manic grin with several teeth. It seems to smile directly at me.
Oh my.
I blacked out. What?
Wake up.
Hey! I heard a voice panicked and flustered from behind me. Whoa, who are you? I'm glad I'm not alone. Hello? A person was looming over me, visibly worried as I blinked back to consciousness. You're alive! I couldn't really check for a pulse, so... Anyways, are you alright? I think so. Don't touch me, creep, bruh. I think I'm fine. I'm not trying to be rude right now. Whew, I'm glad. Didn't mean to scare you back there. I realized I was still in the elevator, but now with a stranger twiddling their thumbs in front of me. They were taller than me, looming a few good inches past my head. How tall are you? Their limbs looked even more awkward in the baggy sweater they had. I wasn't sure if they forgot to wash away their makeup or if they just haven't slept for 3 days straight. Oof. Possibly both. I realized they were staring at me as well. Their eyes focused on me a little too long, as if they'd forgotten how to blink. Honestly, that is an eye that's not blinking. Eyes. So... I suddenly remember the last thing I saw. That creepy shadow from the wall. I've seen creepier shadows. Q and box creep. Sorry, I keep bringing them into this. That creepy shadow from the wall. Before you were here, there was something crawling out of the walls. I know it sounds insane, but I swear, it looked straight out of a horror movie. The stranger looked nervous. Crap, they think I'm nuts. Don't look at me like that. No, I believe you, for sure. You saw it too? Well, sort of. Sorry, I was really trying to be sneaky. That must have been uncomfortable to watch, huh? Huh? Come again? What are you saying? Well, I've heard you yelling for help, and I couldn't just leave you alone, so I did the next best thing I could. Are you saying that was you? What kind of sick joke is this? That was you? Yes, in a way. There's really no way to say this. I'm not alive, not the way you are. You're a ghost. Did they mean... You mean like a ghost? That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's kind of cute though. Okay, the stranger lit up appropriately. Basically, you must have heard the rumors, right? Well, it's me, in the flesh. Are you sure? You're a ghost. Well, I don't think there's gonna be yeah. Well, sans the flesh. Believe them. Stick your head I'm sorry if this is gonna be rude, but I'm doing it. Oh my, what the frick? My hand shot up before I could think twice. What? The tips of my fingers instinctively felt airy and ice cold, like touching something solid yet not. The stranger yelped and backed away. Hey! Do you just go around sticking your fingers in people you just met? I'm sorry, that sounds so wrong! Okay, let me say that line better. Hey! Do you just go around sticking your fingers into people you just met? No, but like I was wondering if you were telling the truth, okay? Sorry, I thought you were messing with me. The stranger was having none of it. Ugh, why do I even bother? If you sit tight and don't do anything stupid, they'll come find you in the morning. They shifted into a familiar black, shapeless entity, melting into a puddle and disappearing through the floor. Welp, I've angered them. Exactly the same way they had entered. I found myself alone for the next 7 hours. The workers found me half-dazed in the corner the next morning. I stayed late one night on the campus to see if the stranger would show up, but it seems they're ignoring me on purpose. I never saw them again. Bad ending, rude awakening. Well, sorry, I was curious. Okay, now that we're back to the last part, let's just believe them. I feel like this isn't the worst situation to meet a ghost for the first time. The stranger gave a sigh of relief. Thank you for trusting me. I'd ask for your name, but I already know it's Reap. How did you know? I've been watching you for a while. Excuse me? Aww. Tonight. I've been watching you for a while tonight. It's not safe to be alone this late. I would know. Before I could ask further questions, they straightened. Anyways, I've stuck around to see you write your paper. I don't necessarily agree with your hypothesis, but interesting nevertheless. Thanks, I guess. Nobody asked for your opinion. Thanks, I guess. They gave a shy smile. No problem. This wasn't the way I expected my night to go, but I guess the sooner I accept it, the better. I should probably ask for their name instead of calling them stranger. You know my name, but what about yours? Oh. They look away, fingers picking at their sleeves. I don't remember. I know who I was and what I did when I was alive, but not my name. Strange, isn't it? Have you ever thought of picking one yourself? Their eyes widen as if the thought never occurred to them. I never needed a name, but if I were to have one, I've always liked the way Alma sounds. Alma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. It's perfect. It sounds stupid. Why is there so many rude options? It sounds perfect. Their smile widened. Thank you, Reap. Alma went back to twiddling their fingers. We stood in silence for a while, gauging on what to say next. I kept glancing back at their hands, wondering if they feel as solid as they look. They knew I was staring, but they didn't seem to mind, waiting patiently in front of me. My thoughts were running wild from sleep deprivation, and shock to actually form words past our introductions, to be honest. They started humming softly, as if to fill the silence. That's when it hit me. For a ghost, they could easily be a student just like me. I have to ask, how did you, Alma had a knowing look in their eyes. Oh man, it's honestly kind of embarrassing. Insist, back down. Insist. Despite having blood flowing through their veins, their cheeks seemed to darken. We don't have to get into it, but I really want to know. Please? They hesitate before nodding. Promise you won't make fun of me? Promise. Okay. So, I was staying late night working on an assignment, just like you. No one was around. Even before then, I was known as a loner most of the time. It didn't bother me. While I was working, I got thirsty. No big deal. So I head over to the vending machine for a drink. They paused, hands shaking. They collapsed as their wrist and twisted before continuing. What? Just a soda. Not too much to ask, right? I paid for the damn thing, but somehow my hand got stuck in the dispenser. So I pulled and, well, did it fall on you? They struggled a bit before I waved for them to continue. It fell. I felt my whole body being crushed under the weight. I couldn't even cry out for help, and the whole time my hand was still stuck on that thing. Not that I could even tell. I think my wrist was beyond saving at that point. They sunk into themselves. I died trying to get some cheap soda. How pathetic is that? It's not. I'm sorry that happened to you. Kinda sounds like you deserve it. Bro, why is there so many mean options? I am so sorry that happened to you. Honestly, anything in this world could potentially be used to kill a person. And it just so happened that you had like the short end of the stick. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I put my hand over theirs. It passed right through, giving an ice-cold chill at my fingertips, but Alma seemed to appreciate it nonetheless. They looked up at me, their nervous hands finally coming to a stop. I've never told anyone about it before. I didn't think it would feel this freeing. Thank you. You know, I think you're a really great person. I was gonna help you get out of here. I tilted my head. How are you gonna do that? I can try something, that is, if you trust me. Of course. Well, no matter the option, I have to trust them. Yes. They clapped their hands excitedly. Okay, here we go. You might want to hold on to something. Before I could ask further, the elevators began to drop. Oh no! Should I lay flat on the ground so the crash can distribute all the way through my body? That's what I heard. Some people say to jump, but that's not smart. My heart plunged into my throat as my weight shifted upwards. Alma, hang on, let me focus. The buttons for each floor flashed beside me. I closed my eyes shut and decided to trust them. It feels like a roller coaster heading straight to the ground. The air whizzed around me. I gripped my teeth and clenched my head. Knuckles probably white if I bothered to look. And just like that, it stopped. I yelped as the elevator jolted. Oof! I landed on my ass with a smack. My booty. I blinked my eyes open to see Alma clapping excitedly. They look over to see me on the floor and gesturing towards the doors. They creaked open, as if manually pulling apart from an unseen force. My jaw dropped as I realized they really did bring me to the ground floor. You really did it! I did! I never got to do that before! I couldn't believe my eyes. I stood and threw my arms around Alma. Wouldn't I just fade through? Only to completely pass through them, yep. They helped him back away to the wall. Give me a signal before you do that! Sorry. I don't appreciate feeling hands inside of me. It's gross. Sorry. I gathered myself and stepped through the doors, Alma following suit. Sure enough, the lobby was empty. The clock on the wall indicating it was close to 4 a.m. now. And we've been there for like an hour or something, like an hour and a half or something. Well, I guess this is it. I turned to see them trying hard not to reach for their hands, fingers twisting to intertwine with one another. It all happened so fast. It sunk in that now I could leave and go home right now if I wanted to. Alma, thank you. I appreciate it. They nodded understandably. They stood there for a moment as they looked at me, before averting their eyes. They were waiting for me to leave. I grasped at my phone inside my pocket, mustering the courage to ask what I was about to ask. Would you ever want to hang out again? They did a double take. Huh? Would you want to Yes! I didn't even click and it already went to the yes. They're very excited. But, why would you want to? Why wouldn't I? I like you.
Aw, that's cute. That's so cute.
Once again, their cheeks darkened despite being them. I like you too. Yeah, I'd love to hang out again. Great. Preferably when I'm, not stuck and helpless in an elevator. My heart skipped a beat as they laughed lightly. Aw. Preferably, of course. I'll see you next week? Yes, don't worry about a time or place. I can always find you whenever you are in the building. Kind of unsettling, but okay. Stay safe, Reap. That was sweet. I waved and head towards the entrance, pulling my phone out to call for a driver for one of my apps. When I turned to look back, Alma was already gone.
Good ending too.
Friends for life? Or more? Or more? What you mean? Okay.
Huh.
I got a good ending, I got a fast bad ending, and I think there's 2 other endings, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's 2 goods and there's 2 bads. How do I get the other 2? Speedrun time! Okay, let's see. What if I'm just mean right here? Nobody asked for your opinion about my paper. Oh, sorry. I should probably ask for their... Okay. It sounds stupid, your name. Oh, no need to be rude about it. Okay, and then... you know what? Back down, I guess? I guess I don't have to tell you then. That's alright. And then some more stuff. Oh, wait. This is new. I shrugged and took out my phone to look for a time-wasting app. In no time, I had one of my mindless games open. Might as well settle in and spend the next few hours trying to beat my high score. Not much I can do right now. Got some batteries to last a couple hours. I pat down a spot next to me. You wanna watch? Alma stood for a moment, as if unsure. Come on, plenty of room for both. Just watch your legs, lanky. What the heck? They settled in beside me, sitting crisscross applesauce, and leaned over to look at my phone. My shoulders immediately chilled at their close proximity, but I don't bother bringing it up. We chatted as my fingers tapped away on my screen, Alma getting more invested the higher my numbers go. But otherwise, it was peaceful company. A few hours passed. I must have dozed off at some point, as the next thing I knew there was some wiring behind me that woke me up with a jolt. Voices began to call out, and I turned to see some workers prying the door open for me. It took no time for me to step outside when their work was done. The sunlight shining over me made it feel like everything that happened last night was a dream. I turned on my phone to look at the time. Instead, I saw an unsent message typed out on the screen. Be safe, careful about staying late next time. I blinked and looked around. A cold chill went up my arm, and I almost turned to expect Alma, but saw nothing. Next time? I put my phone away and rubbed my eyes, mentally making a note to stay back at the campus more frequently from now on. Good ending. Till next time. And then there's another bad ending. How do I do that one? Okay, and I'm assuming this is where you get the other bad ending, which I'm kind of scared. It kind of sounds like you deserve it. I'm sorry. Oh no. Alma's eyes shrunk into thin slits. Why are you so mean to me? I don't know, man. Why is there so many mean options? The lights dimmed, a fuzzy static raising in the air. A heavy weight settled into my chest as Alma stared me down. Their height only made me shrink further. I've done nothing but be nice to you. All I wanted to do was help, and yet... Oh. Everything went dark.
That's concerning.
I stepped back as raspy noises come from in front of me. Sounds of scuffling and bones snapping.
My back hit the wall.
It was cold, colder than anything I've ever felt. It hurts to breathe as I waited in the dark for something to happen. Hello? ...
Oh, no, that is scary. That is unsettling.
Well, they still have the little flower there. Sorry. The emergency lights turned on. Alma no longer looked human. Multiple eyes withered across their form. Tiny slits with red pupils judging me. Mouth crackled and taunted, whispering, "You deserve this, you deserve this, you deserve this." Wait, my feet buckled as the elevator began to drop, free falling as gravity's pull took over. The buttons began to light up one by one as we fall by each floor faster and faster as it gained speed. The scraping of metal was loud in my ears. I dropped to my knees, begging for it to stop, and stopped it did. Splat. Bad ending, you deserve it. Oh my gosh. We did. Well, that was lift your spirits, be kind to Ghost because you'll be dead if you don't, okay? Alma was a sweetie, I love them. And please have a good sleep schedule. Anyways, have a good day, I better not catch you dying on me, and goodbye. Box creep.